in honor of the new TMNT movie, I'm going to do the top 8 TMNT characters I'd love to see in this movie franchise. I got the list right here on my phone, and let's just get to it. Number 8, Hun and the Purple Dragons. That's a set of characters that you don't even need CGI for. Literally, you just got to go to each of, the characters, paint a purple dragon on them, boom. There you go. I think it'd be cool to do the IDW route, their take on it, where Casey Jones' father is Hun. And I do not want the dang Asian Hun, nothing against the Asian Hun, I just don't want the Asian Hun from the 2012, the Nickelodeon series. They have an Asian Hun. I want the big, bulking, white, blonde dude with the little ponytail braid thing. I don't think he has that in the comics, but either way, I just want that big, bulking Hun, with the purple dragons. And being easy, I love that thug, that gang, because also in the very first appearance of Ninja Turtles, it's got Leonardo narrating. He's like, I strike from the left, Donatello has a bow staff, Michael, if you're a hardcore Turtle fan like me, you know what I'm talking about right here. And he says the purple dragons are great. Anyways, they're fighting the purple dragons in an alley. Normally in other versions it's just thugs, but they're fighting purple dragons in an alley. They're their first, that's their first villain you ever see. I love Hun, the evil villain Hun. The purple dragons, they're just such an easy threat. That could just be something, you don't even have to make it the main thing of the movie. Make it like at the beginning of Spider-Man, how he's going after Rhino. They made Spider-Man 2, he's going after Rhino, but he's not Rhino yet. Try to think of, okay, Avengers, Age of Ultron. They're going after Baron Von Strucker, and at the beginning of Civil War, they're going after Crossbones. The beginning of one of these Ninja Turtle movies, show them going after the Purple Dragons, or even just have Casey going after the Purple Dragons, and maybe have Hun and Casey, go back and forth. Some versions Hun has killed Casey's family, other versions he is his family. So you can do whatever you want with that. Number 7 is the Mighty Mutanimals. Listen, I love the Mutanimals. Who doesn't? And this could be just a whole variety of people. It could be, I like the comics, what they're doing right now. There's the original Mighty Mutanimals from the old cartoon and the old comics, and then the new show and the new comics. I don't think they did it in the 2003 show or comics, but Mighty Mutanimals are basically other mutant friends that they meet along the way that aren't turtles, so they gotta hang out in that group. Well, I guess Slash is, but I think it would be cool. I'm sort of putting Slash in this group because Slash is the Mighty Mutanimal in the new comics and in the TV show. And I do like Slash a lot, but not enough that I'd want to just see Slash solo. I mean, yeah, let's maybe Slash we see at the end of the next movie, or sometime in the movie. We see a snapping turtle getting experimented on. Who knows? Maybe that's how they get Slash. But either way, we could have Slash. We could have what's that? The monkey guy they got on the Nickelodeon show. But either way, we could get Leatherhead. We could get Old Hob from the comics, which is their leader right now. And I love Old Hob. Even though he is a bad guy, I love him. Get Ray Fillet, Wingnut Screw Loose. We could get, I think he's Wingnut and Screw Loose are on the cover for the next Bebop and Rocksteady Destroy Everything on one of these upcoming covers, so I'm kind of excited. Mondo Gecko, which everybody loves Mondo Gecko. That would just be fun to see him on screen. All the crazy stuff. Him and Mikey would have a blast. I would love to see how they act together. But yeah, Mondo Gecko could be in there. Who else do we got? You could have any of the 4 Punk Frogs. I mean, I don't know if they've ever been on the Mighty Mutanimals, but you could do it. Pigeon Pete, I would want him just so he could be his idiotic self. I think his only appearances are in the Nick show and the new comics. I believe his first appearance was in the Nick show, but either way, I prefer him in the comics. The Nick show, he's just so annoying. But yeah, let's see the Mighty Mutanimals. That could be a full-on movie. Like, now that we're introduced to Dimension X in a way, we can maybe travel to Dimension X and see that they have been experimenting on lots of animals. Or maybe they're experimenting on the animals here on Earth, and they're going to set them free, and boom, created the Mighty Mutanimals. Number 6, the Triceratons. Come on! In the 90s, this would have looked great. You could have literally taken the dinosaur show. Was it called Dinosaurs? I used to love it. Not the mama, not the mama. You know what I'm talking about? They could have literally taken the dinosaurs from that show. There was the mom. The mom looked like could have been like, she got the thing that the Triceratons do. I don't think any of the other ones do. She doesn't have the, spike or nothing. But literally, take dinosaurs and pit them against the 1990s live-action Turtles, and boom, you got the Triceratons. I would love to see it. And like, it would hit on Mikey, be like, cowabunga, cowabunga, not the mama, not the, that would be great. I would love to see that. But no, the Triceratons would be awesome just to see them. You see how they do dinosaurs nowadays, like in Jurassic World, and just the CGI we got. Get Zork, that's one of their names, right? Get the whole Triceraton army, and you'll have the one that's confused down in the sewers. And you'll be like, what the heck, is he a mutant? But he's not a mutant, he's an alien from an alien race, the Triceratons. And they go up into space, they gotta fight him and whatnot. The whole thing with the Triceratons, and even have that classic, I don't know, I've always thought it looked weird. It looked like they just got like a weird straw dangling out their mouth. Because in the old comics, the cartoons, the new comics, literally, anytime you see them needing to breathe with the Triceratons, they got the little thing going like that, going. Number 5 would obviously be Fugitoid to go with that. I'm not putting it together because I love Fugitoid so much. Fugitoid, his real name is Dr. Honeycutt. What's his first name? Dr. something Honeycutt. And he was a doctor that was fused with his robot that he had created. And he's a fugitive and he's an android. Fugitoid. Boom. I love that name. I used to call it Fungatoid when I was a kid. I don't know why. But I used to think it's called the Fungatoid. But I would love to see Fugitoid. Like, here's a Fugitoid thing right here. Let me show you. Fugitoid, this would be so dope. I like how they make him look in most things, like the cartoons from the old ones. I don't know, I like it when he's more just one color, like one gold, one silver. But I love his voice. I think they have one of the Doctor Who's playing him in the new cartoon. But I guess, yeah, he is going to be his own number. He's still number 5 by himself. But I guess he would probably be in the same movie as them. Like, at the end of the next movie, boom, have Fugitoid come and save the turtles, take them up into space. Starting the next movie, that Fugitoid's going to help them with the Triceratons. Maybe we even get some neutrinos up in there. That would be so cool. The neutrinos, I don't even know what they are. They are just ridiculous. Freaking General Granitor, whatever you call them. You could toss them in there since we got Krang and whatnot. Who else do we got? Number 4, Rat King. Tell me this would not be amazing. Rat King is I think he made his first appearance in the 80s not the 80s cartoons, in the original comics. I prefer him from comics and other versions, because in the original cartoon, he like wears, cats and weird, like, he just looks too goofy, and you don't take him seriously. But I like the Rat King in the new comics. The Rat King in the new comics is my favorite Rat King. He's like bald right here, and then his hair goes back, and he's got that long pointy nose. He's like a goblin, and he's real creepy, living in the sewer. And then you got the one from the new Ninja Turtle show, where he's got all bandaged up. You can't see him. He's got the hat and dark clothes. Love that Rat King. He's creepy. But it would be so cool to see Splinter, because you haven't, in these first 2 movies so far, Splinter hasn't done much. And now that he's CGI, he's made out of CGI and whatnot, he could actually battle off against the Turtles, and he's already a ninja. We've seen him. He took out Casey Jones instantly. He could make Splinter into this epic, monster, and get all the rats in the sewers. He could create other mutant rats. And just Rat King's always been one of my favorite villains of the Turtles. He was just, I don't know. He's really creepy, and he normally lives in the sewers, I'm pretty sure. And he's just mysterious and weird. I would just love to see Rat King in the big screen. And that's another character you wouldn't need much CGI for. You probably wouldn't even need any CGI. Just make a guy bandage all up, dirty him up, make him look like a dirty, broken hobo, and you're set. Number 3 is, now this technically isn't a Ninja Turtle character. He's owned by, I don't know who he's owned by. But I bet if you're a Turtle fan, you know who I'm about to say. Usagi Yojimbo. Tell me that ain't your boy. Tell me that ain't your boy. He appeared, first time we ever saw him was in the comics. He's appeared in all the comics now. Actually, maybe not the new IDW comics. I don't know if he's appeared in those. He appeared in the 2003 series. He appears in the 80s series. I've only seen the first 3 seasons of the Nickelodeon series, so if he's appeared, I don't know anything about him appearing yet in the Nickelodeon series, and he hasn't appeared in the new comics yet. But either way, Usagi Jimbo, he's that white bunny rabbit with the purple kimono, and he's got epic katanas, and like him and Leo got this cool bond. But he respects Master Splinter. He's got this, and he's just so at peace, and he's so ninja-like. And they meet him. They meet him and this Rhino guy all the time at Battle Nexus. And he's always, I don't even know how to explain it, but he's like, yes, Leonardo. Like, he just has this weird voice, but I just love his character, and it'd be so cool to finally see him. And still, make him shorter than the Turtles. Make him like Splinter's height, maybe a little bit taller. And the ears will help him be taller, too. But just, like, I'd love to see how Splinter fights with his tail in this movie. You see him, like, flipping people around with his ears, or, like, maybe he hops off them. Or maybe he uses his katana. He's like, you know what I mean? That would be cool as heck. Alright, number 2, Leatherhead. Who does not love Leatherhead? Everybody does. Well, not everybody. Maybe not. I don't know. I didn't like the 80s cartoon Leatherhead. I don't know where his first appearance was. It might have been the comics. It might have been the cartoons. But I didn't like the 80s one because he was a bad guy. And he wore all his clothes, and he is from the bayou, you know what I mean? That was probably a terrible, I don't even know. He talked like Gambit. Don't ever, I'm sorry, my bad. No, but in the 2003 series, the Nickelodeon series, not even in the new comics. Oh, I was so angry about that. But anyways, he's a good guy, and he normally doesn't wear clothes. And if he does, it's just like a few bandages here and there. He's really smart like Donnie. They help each other out. He's a kind guy. Him and Mikey always have this bond. He has a thing for all the Turtles. That'd be cool to see him because he's in the sewers. Well, I guess there he wasn't in the sewers. He was from Florida or something in the old cartoon. But it'd be cool to see Leatherhead mutate and just see him go on this rampage and them thinking he's a monster and attacking him, but not like full on attacking him, and realizing, oh no, this guy's the good guy. Let's go after Stockman. Stockman created him. I don't know if Stockman actually created him. We'll just giving an example, but let's go after Stockman for creating him. You bad guy, you know what I mean? I love Leatherhead, and it would be epic to see him. And he's so big, and he'd be bigger than Raphael in these new movies. Honestly, he's huge, and his tail does so much like work for him, and he's just built. He's just huge. And I love everything about him. And I would love to see that. I don't want to see the 80s cartoon version where he's the bad guy and he wears the little floppy hat and the vest and he's got the knives and whatnot. He's always after the punk frogs. I don't want that. Now, number 1. Everybody else I just listed has never been in these movies. Number 1 has been in the TMNT movies, live action. But, in my opinion, they have not done this person right. They brought them into the 2 new movies, the reboots, and they even recasted this person for this movie. And I'm about done with it because this person is probably my favorite villain / hero sometimes character from comic books. One of my top 20 from comic books. We'll say top 15. But number 1 favorite person like that from Ninja Turtles, and there's a lot because you got people like Leatherhead or Old Hob, Number 1 choice is Karai, Shredder's granddaughter or daughter or adopted daughter or Splinter's daughter, whichever version you watch. I prefer it to be Shredder's daughter or granddaughter, but I love Karai. I love how she fights. She was raised to be evil, to kill the Turtles, to take over the foot when her grandfather or father, just when Shredder dies, she takes over. She's going to rule the foot and bring them up, take over New York, take over the world. I want to see her struggle with that and be trying to make Shredder proud, but also start to get to know the Turtles, and where she actually starts developing feelings for Leonardo, and they have this back and forth type thing where they can't be with each other because one's a good guy, one's a bad guy, but they want to be with each other. And I want to see her ninja skills with her katanas, her throwing stars. I want to see her drop them smoke pellets and disappear. I want to see all of that. I want a great actress to play her. I don't want to just see 2 different actresses in 2 different movies just standing around doing this and barking orders at people. I don't want that. That's all I've seen in the 2 new reboots, and I got so excited when I found out Cry was in that first one, and then she didn't do anything, and I got even more excited when she was recast, because I was like, sweet, she'll finally do something, but she still didn't do anything. I'm just ready for Cry to do something. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that is my list of TMNT characters I would like to see, and until next time, stay geeky. The Battle Nexus fight arena dojo